Wow, good evening, everyone. You can do better than that. Good evening. Oh, you can do better than that, too. Good evening. Thank you very much. This is a celebration. We are here to celebrate a life of a gentleman that none of us, or many of us, may never know, but his life resonated so deeply and so much that years ago, people who loved him and cared for him said, how can we assist and make this life continue to resonate even though his life has gone out? And based on the sweat, the strength, the love, the tears, and the care of several individuals, we now sit here today, 15 years later, celebrating the life of a man named Abramson. If you haven't had the chance to read your program, I would encourage you to do so. To read about a young man raised and born in Harlem. Born and raised in Harlem. He couldn't have been raised before being born. And before Jeffrey Canada, before the Harlem Children's Zone and promised neighborhoods, people invested in him. People like you and people like me. And as a result of that investment, he went to Yale University, one of those schools called an Ivy. One of those schools where the people that he resided with in his neighborhood in Harlem had never heard the name, and many of them would never go to those hallowed halls called the Ivy Tower. He went on from there to the University of Chicago, where he got one of those things, you know those things, one of those things that many people in this room and in this city have, a law degree. Cue music. Dun, dun, dun. I have nothing against lawyers. I think they're great people. Fine people. And upon getting this education, he did not forget where he came from. Not only did he not forget, he came to another city. The city in which we reside, Washington, D.C. And in this city, he started to do something that was kind of interesting. They say, don't talk about politics and religion and don't help everyone. And he took that third and ran with it. He said, what if I help everyone I have a chance to help? What if I mentor? What if I give my time? What if I help others? I can't tell you the stories. I've heard countless stories of judges who wouldn't be judges if a certain person hadn't called them and said, I think you make a good judge. Let's have coffee. Let's have lunch. A life that resonated so deeply that the people he turned down, the people that were not allowed to have jobs that he was able to give access to, he would reach out to them. He went the extra step. Dr. Maya Angelou, one of our country's premier poets, someone with great wisdom, said, people don't remember what you say, people don't remember what you do, but people always remember how you make them feel. And he made some people in this room, the people that founded our organization, and many lives feel touched, welcomed, and meaningful. And as a result of his life, and even in his passing, here is the foundation. So years later, and I won't say which year, 19-something, a counselor who believed in me said, I think you'd be a good fit for this scholarship. And I went into a boardroom in a law firm called Gibson and Dunn, and on a very long marble table sat many suited people who had that thing, that law degree. And they had many papers in front of them, and somehow they know everything about you, and you know nothing about them, other than the fact that they hold in their hands opportunity. And that's what we're here to talk about tonight, opportunity. We live in a city where a number of our students, 47,000 to be exact in the public school, are not always given the most opportunity. But the adage, a village raises a child, is true, because this organization has made it possible for many of our students to go to colleges around the country and in the nation. And those students are touching lives. So I come back to my own story. I step into this boardroom, this long table, people who know your name and you don't know theirs. And they have a choice to make. Will we give this person an opportunity? And for some reason they say, we're going to give you an opportunity. We think you're going to go to Massachusetts and you're going to go to this small college named Williams and you're going to do well. And we don't know what's going to happen after that, but we're going to invest in you. We're going to provide you an opportunity. And I went on and did so. Went on to a college that's 8 hours away, a college that my mom dropped me off at and picked me up at 4 years later. That was the life of a first-generation college student. You drop them off, they go to school for 4 years, and at the end of that time, you pick them up. And that's what she did. She and my sister, my sister who was my heart, the sister who wouldn't call me at school, but when I came home, she somehow managed to clear out my closet. And it was the opportunity that the Abramson Memorial Foundation provided, the Abramson Scholarship Foundation provided, that allowed me the opportunity to go further and farther than I thought possible. So as a college graduate, as I stood on the stage as the elected commencement speaker at Williams College,